Today I'm making an amazing breakfast casserole. This breakfast casserole is fully loaded with deliciousness. This is gonna be good. Here we go. Okay, so breakfast casserole. I'm going to be using 1 pound of regular breakfast sausage, 8 large eggs, a cup of table cream or heavy cream, a can of Rotel. This is 10-ounce can. I'm gonna drain this can and this can of mild green chilies. I have 8 ounces of cheddar cheese that I'm going to shred, and I'll be adding some seasoning and spices. Okay, so first you'll want to cook your sausage. In a preheated pan, I'm just going to add this entire log of breakfast sausage. And you can get creative with the type of sausage you want to buy. If you want to do Italian sausage, spicy breakfast sausage, ground turkey breakfast sausage, and I even do seasoned ground beef with this casserole. It'll definitely work. Okay, so just break this apart and you'll want to cook and brown the meat. Okay, so this is done. So what I'm going to do now is just turn off the heat, and I'm going to set aside and allow it to cool while I combine and mix everything else for this casserole. In a bowl, I am going to add 8 large eggs. Now I'm just going to break them apart and mix well. To the eggs, I'm going to add 1 cup of this table cream. Like I said, 1 cup of heavy cream works for this. And I'm also going to add some spices and seasoning. Here I have smoked paprika, like a 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to add like a 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. It's really up to you. And I'm going with some dehydrated minced onion, like a tablespoon, and some all-purpose seasoned salt, like a 1/2 teaspoon. Now, just give it a really good mix. Okay, I'm going to add 1/2 a cup of my shredded cheese. This is a sharp cheddar cheese that I grated or shredded. And now for the drained chilies. This is mild green chilies and a can of Rotel. And just combine that. And I did reserve cheese for the top. You'll want to do that. So whether you put 1/2 of the shredded cheese or maybe just like a 1/2 cup. Also, I'm going to add some black pepper into this, some cracked black pepper. I forgot. So a little bit of that is going in. And now I'm just going to combine and mix very well. In a baking dish, I'm going to add my mixture, but first I'm going to slather this in about 1.5 tablespoons of softened butter. I'm just going to make sure I butter the entire dish. I'm working with this oval baking dish, but an 8 by 12 baking dish or pan works. Okay, so now I'm going to add the breakfast sausage right into the mixture. It should be cooled enough to add, and give it a mix. Once it's combined, I'm going to add it right into the buttered baking dish, and you'll want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit because this is going to bake for about, I'd say 45 minutes, 45 to 50 minutes. Now, if you're cooking this in like a larger, flatter baking dish, then the cook time will vary. So I'm going in with the rest of that shredded cheddar cheese. Use the cheese that you prefer, by the way. Pepper jack is also a great addition to this, but I also think a good medium to sharp shredded cheese just really pairs well with this. And now, time to bake. Going into my preheated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 45 to 50 minutes, or until it's done in the center. Okay, yeah. This is done. When I tell you, this smells amazing. Okay, so I'm going to let this set just for 5 to 10 minutes, just to make sure that when you cut into it, you kind of have these uniform pieces. But if you want to dig in now, I don't blame you because it's so good. For the garnishes, I'm using some hot sauce. Use your favorite one. Here I have some sour cream. I'm also going to garnish with some pickled jalapenos or nacho pickled jalapenos, so good, and some parsley. You could also do some scallions. Okay, so I'm going for the first piece. And the crust, the cheese crust is just, texturally, this is such a good casserole. So I'm gonna plate this up and then garnish how you like. You can get very creative with the garnishes, it's up to you. I'm gonna top it off with some of these pickled jalapenos. I've already added my sour cream and hot sauce, some of the parsley, and it's time to take the perfect bite. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.